Welcome back, guys. So right now in this lesson we're going to create our first newsletter, and to create our first newsletter just click on the create button. And when you click on the create button, you'll be able to create a regular email, and we'll be able to create a landing page. I didn't talk about automation because you need a paid plan to do this automation, so I won't talk about it because it's very simple to navigate. You can easily automate your user journey. As you can see, say create journey, but we'll not be able to do that because we are not a premium user. We are using MailChimp for free. So I'll be able to design my first newsletter. Newsletter is more like an email you designed. Like, that's what newsletter is actually all about. Use it to spread news and all those things. So you can design newsletter, you can design an email. That's your newsletter. So I'm going to design an email, and this way we are creating our first email campaign. So I'll come back to ChatGPT and try to ask. I'm going to come back to ChatGPT and try to ask, like, I'll try to say design a newsletter to market this survey for me. So let me try and design a newsletter that addresses that. So let's say we're going to edit this name and say become a tech guru today. So I'm going to save that, and we are going to edit the recipient from beloved. I can say email address is required, say beloved at the. Okay, save. I'm going to save that. And subject, what's the subject line of this email? I'm going to set a subject line which is become a tech guru today. So I can preview. The preview text is 150. I can copy this. Okay, preview subjects line in less than 150 characters. Write a preview subject line. So I'm going to send that, and you say your tech voice matters. Take your survey and shape future content. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to come back to this place, and I'm going to paste it in the preview text. We have just 65. You can say you can become. I'll just change it. You can become a tech guru today by shaping the way we communicate with you. So I'm going to just leave it at this, and I'm going to save that. So we're going to save the preview text, and we have the preview text, and send time is now. You can schedule, you want to schedule, so you can design the email. We'll be able to do all this, and that's how to create a newsletter. We have about 5 steps, and we'll be able to do the first step. The first step says to who. You can add the audience, and from you, your brand or the brand you want to do this for. You can use the from. And subjects, you can say the subject become a tech guru today, and send time is now. You can schedule for later. And I'm going to design my content. I'm going to design the email. I'll take any of these templates to design the email. Just take any of this template. As you can see, it says start from scratch, and you can actually start from scratch or take a template. For instance, I can just take any of these templates. As you can see, so we have a template right here, and you can take any of these templates. So let me just take this particular template. Let me take this particular template. I'm going to apply this particular template to do our email, like to create our first newsletter. So you can set a logo, and I'll just use this to set a logo. Create this, then I'll be able to set a logo that way, and that will be my new logo. Then right here, I would come back to my chat GPT and see the newsletter we created here, and it says dear subscribers name. So we can say, let me see right here, time to design your email. Let's say shape my tech content, participate in the survey. I'll copy this and I'll come here, paste it. Shape my tech content, participate in this survey. So you can define your layout. So this, it will be my first subject line now, and I'll just say, I'll just copy this. Okay, so let's say tech privacy shaping our tomorrow together. I'll say your insights will help me. I can just copy this from this to this place as this. So I will just come back here and say paste. So I'll just do it this way. I say your insights would help me understand your preferred tech topic, how you like to learn about technology, the content format you find most engaging. So I can leave it this way, or try to change this to like left, so it comes this way. So we have something like this. I'm going to bold in this, I'm going to copy and bold in this. So this newsletter is going well. Don't let me use any image so that the email number, we have this we going to delete this because we don't want this as well. I'm just going to delete this, and I'm going to add my survey. You can add a survey right here and say I'll take an a web link, and I'll go back to our Mailchimp homepage to work on the survey. Then we input the survey right here. Back to our Mailchimp. It says I'm going to come back to campaigns. I'm going to go to Mailchimp home, and for me, I'm going to write take survey. So we'll be able to receive responses. So all I'm going to do is to embed the survey right here. So I'll come back here and come to my surveys and try to embed the survey right here. That's the action I want them to take. When you're creating a newsletter, you have to put one TTA, like click to action, either one or more than one, but one is advisable actually as a professional. So I'm going to reload this because I want to load this survey page. I need to get my survey, and this is a survey, and we have one response from the survey already, so you can view the result actually. But right now I want to edit this, I want to edit this particular survey. Is live right now. I cannot like actually try to, I'll just replicate, let me replicate this survey and see if I'll be able to replicate it. So I have replicates. I'm trying to replicate the same survey, so I'm going to use it to finish up our newsletter, our email. Now I have to replicate this, and I want to input a contact information. I can input a contact information, like let's make it the last thing you do. So I'm going to come here and say collect the email. What would you ask? Your question goes here. How do I engage? Email address, you can just leave email address. Okay, and we can make it required. Then I'll collect the name here. Let me say contact information and say full name. You can just collect full name here, and contact category to be first name. Let's make it like that. Full name, first name, last name. Then I'm going to make it last name, and it's going to be required. So right now we have this and I'm going to continue to design, and I'm going to review this survey, and we have all these already, and the audience is this. So I'm going to edit the name, become a tech guru today. I'm going to save that, and as you can see, we can continue. Having to continue is going to show your sharing option, and I'm going to input the survey. I'm going to embed it to our newsletter. As you can see, it says create a new email, and you can use it to create a new email or copy URL. So I'm going to copy this URL. Now I'm going to come back to my email design, and I'm going to link it to that survey. I'm going to paste this, and it's going to link it to the survey. Or let me come back to the survey and say copy this, copy to clipboard, and it's copying that. So we're going to paste that right here and send the email. So we have this right now, and we can design the layout and say we want to design, but we're not going to do any of those. I'm just showing you how you can create your first newsletter. You can divide this content. I'll use divider to divide the content. So we're going to have divider, and we can come back to add divider. So I'm going to put a divider here. It divides that from that, and I'm going to put another divider here. So we have this, and this our newsletter. We have this. I can choose to delete this particular divider since we have one there already. I can choose to delete this particular one as well, and I can actually, I'll need a divider idea. I'll just put in a divider and make it more, not too glaring, so we can leave it this way. So we have our email, and right here we have our Facebook. I'm going to just input my Facebook account, Bilatrans, let me see, maybe I can add another social link. Let's see. It's not adding another social link. Let me just delete it. Let me just leave it at this tree right now. And okay, let me just add YouTube. Let me add YouTube to it. Let me add YouTube as another one, and let me just put ads here. Okay, let me just put ads and see if it goes to the right place. So okay, this, and me putting ads would bring me to my YouTube channel. So we have all that set in our newsletter already. We have all our social media platforms set in our newsletter. So I'm going to leave it at that and take survey, and we have this. So I'm going to save. I'm going to save this and exist. So we're going to save it, and we have our email. So we have our email, and you can send it. Let me send a test email and see what it looks like. I'm going to try to send a test email to myself, beloved Williams, beloved one at gmail.com. You can use it to check what you've designed so far, and I'm going to send test right away. So I'm going to come back to my Gmail and check that text that was sent. So I'm going to send the test email to myself. You essentially receive your text email, and we'll okay that. Before we continue, we're going to send the text email. Okay, so I'm going to come back here and wait to see if a test email comes or not. So I'm going to wait. I'm waiting. This is the test email right here, and right now this is the test message. So this is what the newsletter looks like. Shape my tech content, participate in this survey, and let's try to take the survey. Once you click on take survey, it brings you to the survey where you take the survey, and you'll be able to do all the necessary things you have to input, then submit. Okay, we have that already. So let's go back to our let's go back to this and send our first newsletter. All you have to do is to send your first newsletter, and I'm going to send it right here to 118 subscribers, and I'm sending it right now. So this is my first newsletter. I'll be able to create my first newsletter, and I'll be able to send my first newsletter. That's how to create a newsletter. Your email is out there. Another job well done. So you can check the reports. We're going to talk about this later in the course. I hope to see you in the next video. See you there.